Oh, the stream. Hi, everybody. My name is Wheeler, and I hope I wasn't too loud working out the kinks. Welcome to the inaugural, premiere even, episode of Is This Your Card? A new weekly stream over here at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun. I hope I'm not just literally saying the script to the intro video. Where we're gonna do some things. We're gonna talk about some cards. We're gonna talk about some digital cards. Maybe some physical cards. You know, that kind of thing. Let me break it down to you. Each month, every Sunday, there's going to be me. I'm going to be in front of a computer with some cameras and lights. And occasionally, there will be a guest that'll be not with me because, you know, social distancing. Also, geographic things. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on a card game. Typically, a digital card game. Because, again, social distancing and all that jazz. We are going to start from the very beginning, you know, how to play it, and then figuring out, cool, we know how to play, and we figure out if we like it, what do we do to start getting cards? And then, great, we got cards. Well, then how do we now play with these cards? What can we play with these cards? Where do we play with these cards? And then the final ditty, because some months will have 3 weeks, for instance, this one. You know, we tried to get this off the ground as quickly as possible, but it's okay. We've already done technically a test run of Legends of Runeterra, which is the game for March. Some will have 3, some will go for all 4. God forbid there's a 5-week month. My God. And on the 4th month, it's kind of just like, cool, that's how a lot of people play, but what are the other ways to play? Or, hey, there happens to be a big tournament and I've only been playing this game for a month. Let's see if we can win something official. That's it. And yeah, we're going to be going across a bunch of different games. So to get this out of the way immediately, March, I had to pause to make sure it was still March. We're playing Legends of Runeterra, which I could throw on the screen right now. Bam. Beautiful game. April, we're going to be playing the Pokemon Online TCG. That's a big one for Benny Boy. Ooh, can't wait. I mean, that's not a chancy. Love me a pocket monster. And 3, the 3rd month in the list of things, not in the year. March, April, May. You know, maybe play some Hearthstone, and somewhere down the line, maybe we'll see such games as Yu-Gi-Oh! This is to part of me thinks that they agreed to give me the show just to get people to stop being like, "Are you going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! On Friday Night Paper Fight?" It's like, no, but we can play it here. But they didn't give me any budget to get my own dual disc. So I'll have to hit up my cousin, Joseph, he goes by Joey, to see if he can lend me his. But that's for a different time. Because today is now. And now is time for Legends of Runeterra. And, you know, I guess before we jump immediately into, like, what exactly we are doing today and explaining the game and whatnot, I got to give a big thank you, not just to my cousin Joseph Wheeler, but to all of those at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Because without your support, they wouldn't be able to just throw away dollars by letting me do this on a Sunday. Can you believe it? James isn't even awake, so he'll never know. I'm going to make myself a little shorter. He'll never know anything that goes on here. I can just butcher everything, and he'll be too tuckered out. It's the perfect plan. Speaking of the perfect plan, I got a plan to play Legends of Runeterra. So, for those of you that aren't familiar, this is a game made by Riot Games. Riot Games has also made a couple of other games, such as League of Legends. Legends of Runeterra uses a whole bunch of characters, worlds, and everything from League of Legends. So if you played that game, you might be familiar with this. If you haven't played that game and all of this is completely brand new, that's okay, because this game does a whole bunch of things very, very, very well. It is honestly, it's look, when I'm done working streaming Magic the Gathering, yeah, I boot up Legends of Runeterra. It looks good, it plays well, it's my god, it is captivating, and it's very easy to get into it, from both a learning how the game works, to getting cards, to being able to play. That's a huge pull because, throughout the course of this series, we will talk about, keeping certain budgetary restrictions in mind when you're playing these games, because some games don't have the most forgiving economy, and others, like Legends of Runeterra, geez, I built two, when I first started playing this game, I managed to build 2 tier 1 decks, out of just playing, out of just like preparing for the initial stream when we did a bonus stream over at, here. And as per that, usually the first week of doing one of these streams, I would focus on teaching everybody the game from the ground up. I'm still going to kind of do that. However, there is, as I said, a VOD for the bonus stream where I learned in real time how to play Legends of Runeterra and helped, teach it and learn it with people as a continuous organic process. Oh my God. So, that said, because I'm a big brain boy, I plotted out the entire roadmap for, this series' scheduling for the games based off of new things that have come out. And for instance, would you look at that? At the beginning of March, aka like a week ago, not even, a brand new expansion, a new set, if you will, came out called Empires of the Ascended. It takes place and features cards primarily from in a world called Shurima, which is it's probably my favorite place in all of the world of Runeterra, because it's just so extra. It has Birdman, exactly. And you'll see one of the reasons why I like this game so much, because it's so pretty and it holds your attention. So I'm going to go through, and you'll see why. You'll see why, especially for Shurima. What I'm going to do is the game has a whole bunch of handy-dandy things to teach you how to play. They have, they have training stuff, like tutorial kind of levels. But they also have, you can just play versus AI. You can play versus other people. You can do a thing called, I guess you could do expeditions, which are drafts, effectively, like the limited environment, which we will play some of that tonight because it's a great way to learn the cards and learn the game. And I absolutely love the limited environment of this. And what I'd like to start off with is something called challenges. So challenges are effectively tutorial levels, right? They're explaining parts of the game, new cards, new regions that come out, and they're kind of walking you through it. So I say we could probably just play through the newest couple of challenges to kind of showcase some of the additions since we last did this. Legends of Runeterra is a game. I'll say this right before we jump in here. Legends of Runeterra is a game with a whole bunch of like names to it, like little keywords. There's a lot, which might seem overwhelming, but if you've played other games, especially Magic or Hearthstone, it'll click immediately. And if you haven't, it's very easy to kind of like translate one to one, you know, going from like, oh, when they say preview, they mean look at a thing on my deck. Ta-da. So this is explaining an ability called Countdown, which is being introduced. Cards with Countdown have delayed effects, and it's saying that I have 3 rounds to win this challenge. So the way that in a game of Runeterra goes is you have yourself, you have your opponent. You both start at 20. In this challenge, it's going to set our life total to something else. You draw a bunch of cards, you can mulligan, standard card stuff, right? And the way that it works is that each player kind of alternates their turn. As opposed to like turns in something like Magic, you have rounds. And rounds are going to be when the when the priority gets passed back and forth. The priority, or the, as you can see, like the attack token is kind of how you gauge who has priority here. So for instance, my opponent literally has nothing, right? Nothing in play. So I took my turn using my 2 mana, and I played a thing that costs 2. So as you can see, in the top left-hand corner, there's the cost for the mana. And then it has all the text on the card. This card, for instance, is a landmark. Landmarks, as it says, they take up space. They don't attack, block, or take damage. They sit there, and they do a thing. And this has Countdown, the ability that we mentioned before, that is brand new, where at the start of the round, it ticks down 1. Once it gets to 0, it does a thing. The thing that this one does in particular is it makes a card called Grumpy Rock Bear, which is this. If at any time when you're playing as well, the cards give you all the information. Like you can hover, it explains this. You can misclick. Misclick. You could click on this. It shows you what the Grumpy Rock Bear is. You can hover on this. It tells you what that is. You can hover on basically everything, and it'll be like, hey, just a reminder, this is what this does. Reading the card explains the card. Effectively, yeah, but it also just kind of says like, hey, here you go. Don't worry about it. So yeah, this one is a landmark, right? It's going to sit here. It's not doing anything immediately. I'm going to pass the turn. Oh, and Hot Dog. It appears as though, since I had 2 mana last turn, and we're now at the next turn, I'm up to 3 mana. You get a mana crystal, or gem, I think is the word that they use, every round. So you tick up, basically, much like other kind of games that don't use lands or energies or a resource like that. Oh, that's weird. I hover over it and it says my mana. So each round, my mana refills and max mana increases by +1. Cool. Well, my opponent had 2 mana last turn and they didn't do it because they're literally AFK, or that's what the game says. And so that 2 mana that they had unspent gets turned into spell mana. So up to 3 unspent mana is banked at the end of round for casting only spells. Which is... it makes things so much more interesting, I gotta tell you. Like, just being able to be like, well, I haven't wasted everything. Good, right? Because there's little combat tricks, small kind of little cantrips, add-ons that you want to play, but it's kind of a hassle to use all of your mana doing so. So being able to bank things, especially very early on, can help prevent like an opponent from like snowballing or help you if you stumble, anything like that. So in total, you can get up to 10 mana and 3 spell mana. So 13 in total, which is a lot. It means that, late game, you can do a whole bunch of things and not really have to kind of worry about like, oh, I got to get it out as soon as possible. So now I have 5 mana. I have the attack token, meaning that I get to attack. I effectively have priority here. I have 3 copies of the same card because this is the tutorial. You can have that normally. It's trying to poop out these things so I couldn't possibly lose. So I'm going to use my 5 mana to play my thing. Here's another cool thing about Runeterra, is that units can attack the turn that you play them. That's pretty great. So there's no summoning sickness. You don't have to have haste on anything. You don't have to have rush on anything. They just get to wham bam thank you ma'am. So I'm going to do that right now. If you're looking to attack, it's going to kind of lead you through, right? So like this button's going to say end of round, right? Like I could just click this and pass. But if I bring them up, if I drag them up, it's going to prompt me to say, hey, do you want to attack? Because they're kind of getting in the red zone. You just click through. Ooh. Crunchy. This game, I'll be the first to admit I'm something of a child. And this game just looks good. Like, shocker. Small indie company, Riot Games, made a game look really good. And just wait until we get to the part of the game where I play a champion. Because League of Legends and Legends of Runeterra has some pretty iconic characters called champions. They're units, much like old Rock Bear here is, but they tend to be a little special. They do something extra, but we'll see when we get there. This part of the challenge is trying to explain that certain countdown cards do things when you play them and when they kaboom. So for instance, oh wowee, I played this and I got a thing. My opponent is now attacking me with a giant ghost squid. Here, let's do another cool thing about this game. I can't tell if this is a ghost squid or a ghost octopus. I'm going to click the giant eye. Just drink that in. Just drink that in. My God. My God. 6 more vodka. The illustrator. They do good work. They do good work. And you can do this for every card. Every card. So they're attacking with their giant octopus. And it has ephemeral, which, oh, I get to hover over this. Cool, it's going to die. And it has lifesteal, which is the generic ability of me do damage, me heal you. Great. I have an ability, or a spell rather, that says I can obliterate, think like kill, an ally and summon a stasis statue in its place. Ooh, that's another landmark. This spell is also a fast spell. So there are 3 different, well, technically there are 4 now, but let's cover the main ones. The spells of the speeds of the spells is basically when you can play them. So this says fast spells can be played at any time, but your opponent gets priority. They can respond to it. So for instance, if I tried to do this, if they had a spell that said, oh, kill a thing, they could respond. There are burst spells. Burst spells you just use them, they do an effect, and they're out. And then slow spells. Slow spells is they're slow. They're usually very good. And they're kind of the cards you don't want your opponent being like, oh, you did all your things? Okay, I'll do this in response. So we have to win next game, or next turn rather. We can't really do that with what we have if we, take 5 because we die. And if I block, they're going to gain 5 and I've got nothing. Thankfully, this needs to do the damage for them to gain the life. So I get to declare it as a blocker. And then I get to kaboom my own guy. Not now. I misclicked there, but you get the picture. Oh, darn. I messed up. Nobody laugh. Nobody laugh. Nobody laugh. I don't want to hear any of that. The game's going to tell me I screwed up. See? Here's the thing. When you lose the tutorial... Wait, sorry. I have a phone call. Hello? Oh, hey, Graham, how's it going? No, oh. No, I mean, it's the tutorial. Like, I was explaining it, and I mean, I've done this before. Like, they saw that I already did it. No. Well, can I at least finish the street? Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. So what I'm going to do is I throw this thing in front of here. And then I get to do this. So I have my grumpy rock bear fighting all the urge to call this card Graham right now. Or just the fake Graham on the phone. I mean the real Graham. I'm casting the spell trying to kill my thing. And then I'm going to declare it as blocking. Basically, I'm declaring my intent to block and to cast this spell. And then I say, cool, do that thing. And then it does that thing. And now, no life has been gained. Wowee. And I get to attack with my good bear. Oh, sorry, this is embarrassing. I have another phone call. Hello? Yes, I'll accept an automated call from the Turner residence. It's just snoring. It's just James snoring. I mean, it is past 6 p.m. Real Graham was just here a couple of minutes ago. Ooh. Oh no, I'm being attacked. But thankfully, we have Talia in our hand. Talia is a champion. That means that she has some pretty cool stuff going on. As you can see, she's got the amount of mana in the top left corner. She's got the power in the bottom left, toughness in the bottom right. Same old song and dance. She has an ability, so when I play her, I get to summon a copy of an allied landmark. So, I don't know. If we say block here, and then do this, and do that, that thing that we totally did correctly on the first time that we tried this. Hey, that's great. Now we have a landmark, which means we can play Talia and copy this landmark. Oh, that's a weird little action. So all champions level up. A lot of champions are kind of built around doing one sort of thing, right? They have a shtick. Talia's thing is landmarks. And so if I've summoned 5 or more landmarks, she levels up. When she levels up, she gets really nasty. This means that she gets an increase on her abilities, so she gets to be a 3/5 instead of a 2/4. Holy smokes! But also she has an ability that when she attacks, she deals 2 damage to a blocker. If the blocker is dead or gone, you do 2 damage to the Nexus instead. And if you have a landmark, you do that 2 more times. That is brutal. That is backbreaking. And then also, champions. Look at that art. That's pretty cool and good. What about a leveled up art? That's also pretty cool and good. Wowee, thank you. I'm going to press end round. I get a bunch of bears. I don't know why they gave this to me, but I'm going to play it. Maybe I'll play it to show off that the champions talk a lot. If you don't like your games talking to you, you can turn those off. You can turn off a lot of animations. You can customize how much the game shouts at you, what it does, what it shows off. But honestly, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. But honestly, this is like the equivalency of your parents, like when you're a kid, when you're in preschool or kindergarten, and you bring home like macaroni art, and they just and you're like, check it out, I made this for you, and they start hooting and hollering, and like streamers are flying off. That was a tutorial that I had already beat, and I said it the first time I played it, and I mean I've been playing this since then. God, what is that? Like 5 months now, maybe less than that. It's still, you still feel so good. Every win feels so good, and every loss, it looks cool. So if you get your ass kicked, it at least looks really cool. And if you win, you feel like a champion, which is dangerous. I've definitely justified time for a victory cookie after just winning a limited match. So here's the second of the tutorials for this new set. Ascended. Before you learn the secrets of Ascension, prove your worth to Azir by winning next round. This is Azir. He's a total dickbag, but he's also really good in basically everything that he's in. So this one, and I guess, League of Legends. What Azir's thing is he makes sand warriors. He summons sand warriors. These guys, this is their representation in the game. So when allies attack, summon an attacking sand warrior. So when either he or other kind of allied units I have attack, they make these attacking as well. And if I've summoned 10 plus units, he levels up. And one of those, and that includes the sand soldiers that he makes. For those also wondering why there's a bajillion things I have to rotate through, there's another really cool thing that this game does. So champions are kind of unique, right? Much like how you can only have one legendary creature with a specific name in play at a time. The same goes for champions. But if I have an Azir in play, and let's say I draw a redundant copy of Azir, as long as I have one in play, the one in my hand is changed into a copy of a champion spell. So each champion also has a champion spell. Azir's champion spell is called Azir's Arise, which you just make a sand soldier. Then you get to create another copy of Azir's Arise in your hand that has fleeting. Fleeting basically just says it's temporary. So you can just you chain it, but you only have it during that turn. And all the champion spells also will create another copy of the champion in your deck, which is great. It feels so good. But you know what also feels good? Is I'm going to play this spell. It's called Emperor's Divide. It does a bunch of stuff, but what you really need to know is this. So here's the thing. You can only have 6 Pokemon on your team at any given time. And a good joke, streamer. So I've maxed out my board, and while this normally makes 6 tokens or 6 sand soldiers, because I have Azir, it's not going to make any more, right? It's not going to make any more. And because my opponent had the attack token, I make all these things and I can't attack. But that's okay. The tutorial gave us multiple copies of this card. It's almost as if they want to show off what happens when he levels up. And chat, can I swear? You know, there's not enough time. Buckle the fuck up. Watch this. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, we hit 10. Oh my god, it's so good. It is so good. Oh. I love this game. I love this game so much. Everything is just so huge. It's so, like, it makes everything feel so monumental, you know? And Azir is definitely, that's also just written into his character. But for Shurima, all of them from this, every champion from Shurima has just that extra little juice goose. So what you're seeing here is all of these sand soldiers have an ability. They word it as Nexus Strike, which basically means if I hit you, I do a thing. This dude's popping off in a tutorial. He's like, why is he BMing an AFK opponent? Some cards have special relationships to ascended champions. Leveling up. Why did I pause there? Win next round with a level 2 Azir. You got it. Okay, a little rude. Here's a thing called Buried Sun Disk. This is a landmark. We've seen those before. At the start of the game, you draw one of them if all your cards are Shuriman. So you can, when you're building decks, be it limited or constructed, you can pick, like you can have a deck that is purely from one region or split up into 2 regions. You could do more, but usually 2. But this one says like, hey, Shurima now and forever, right? So you get this immediately. And it says countdown 25. Meaning that's a lot of ticks. We got to get through 25 rounds to restore the sun disk. This is very unique to Azir, but it'll make sense when we get there. And it says when an ascended ally levels up, you advance this counter 10 rounds. So we got to level up something that's ascended. I'm going to play this. Oh, is it going to make me do this? No, this is a burst spell. So these are the burst spells. Good example. Burst spells are cast instantaneously, and the enemy can't act before it finishes. Oh, but I can't block it because this has Fearsome, which is small things can't fight. Make sense? Makes sense. So I made this a large lad with a pump spell, and then I get to block. Great. Now I'm going to DM them and tell them that was a bad attack. I can't believe... We're going to roleplay as Azir through all of this. Ascends Rise. Wowee. Level up all level 1 Ascended allies. Cool. I'm going to do that. Hey, Azir, mind leveling up? It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. I've literally been drafting nothing but like Shurima decks all day, and I've listened to that voice line at least 30 times today, and I am not tired of it yet. Yes, yeah. There's no healing between turns, unless you have. There's an ability that does that, but obviously, that's card specific. Again, he's just. I mean, is it gauche to say he's peacocking to a bot? I mean, he's a bird, but okay. Steamed Hierophant. Alright. When I'm summoned, advance this 2 rounds. Cool. I'm going to play this old man. My esteemed Hierophant green. My opponent's just playing a series of small guns. Great. Well, you know, in hindsight, playing through the Azir challenge might make or break whether or not people like this. But, how about again? It doesn't get old! Oh. It's just so extra. Oh, God. Arise. Okay. This is a game that it's just so gracious, you know? It's just so encouraging. Everything, nothing feels bad. Nothing feels, I mean, okay, that's a bad, getting blown out feels bad. But I mean, like, nothing feels, they do such a good job at making everything feel like it has a purpose, like it's doing something. And that's fantastic. So they're attacking me with Scary Gun and big armed. I mean, I don't know if that's a gun. I think this just throws apples at me. It has Overwhelm. That's Trample. So how about I put you here? And how about I put you here? On second thought, how about I put you here and you here? I really like that Azir is complaining. Like, if you block with him, he goes, "You dare." Like, blocking is beneath him. Okay, so let's talk about what happened. So Azir ascended. We hit the big old sun. And when Azir levels up to Papa Pigeon over here, you replace your deck with the Emperor's deck, and then draw 1, which the Emperor's deck is just filled with cards that don't really exist because they're broken. Like, these aren't real. These are like custom card creations. This is a bunch of stuff created by people. It's as though they sourced people. They're like, okay, so you know nothing about design, right? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, cool. Make us some cards. Like, okay, it's a giant. It's a gladiator on a lion, and he's invincible. And you're like, great, love it. Print it. Round start rally. Oh my god. Well, play and round start. Summon 2 sand. Like, this is not fair. This is not fair.
The sun disk awakens ancient power.
But Shurima, we too are awakened.
That's so many.
An
I'm just trying to see if I attack with this, do I get... My allies attack some of the sand charger. Oh, yeah, you block that big thing. 6, 12, 18. Okay. He tried to summon a thing, which is this one, which is gigantic. Oh. Glory to Shurima. Ooh. Ooh. One cool thing about combat as well is that where you place them on combat is also important. Because combat goes left to right when it comes to... Like, there are some exceptions. There's an ability called Quick Attack, which is first strike for those... they hit first. You get it. But yeah, left to right, which can be pretty important for certain weirdo effects. So yeah, gotta keep track of that. We got a couple of more challenges to quickly cruise through. These ones are going to be actually one of them's a little extra, but yeah. Yes, correct. First strike is only on attacks. Yeah, it's only on attacks, which is great. That's a huge thing with this game, is that there are a lot of abilities that have kind of become standbys in card games. And because progenitors in the kind of the genre did it, everybody did it. Which means that if somebody is like, hey, first strike, that's a cool ability, let's add it in our game. And then they added it again and again, even though it's pretty bad gameplay for first strike on blocking. So they do a great job of making it so that that is not an issue. So I played a card that had Predict. Predict. That says I pick a card, when it comes into play, I pick a card among the top 3, I shuffle up my deck, and then put the pick card on top. So it's kind of like, it's ensuring that I'll draw a specific card. We're both at 1, so I can't just take it, I'll die. But thankfully, the card that I've predicted on top is a Mystic Shot. It deals 2 damage to anything. They made Shock look cool. But yeah, with like First Strike, it's miserable on defense, right? It sounds really cool when you're the attacker because, you know, it incentivizes you can attack without having your thing die, right? They can't block with something that's just as big because it'll just die before it gets a chance to deal damage. That's cool and good. But in practice, if I have something with First Strike, I could just have it sit back and negate. If you attack with a thing with First Strike, you're only ever negating one other card's ability to fight, right? Like they block with a thing, it doesn't get a chance to do anything. But if you keep it on defense, they could have 4 different attackers that all get goozled by First Strike, and then they're not going to attack. And that means people aren't doing anything, and that's really bad. You typically want people to play your game and get the game play. So I played a Scout. It has the Predict ability, but it says if I predict a landmark, I get a thing called Elusive. Elusive says I can only be blocked by elusive units. So, again, a really cool way of, say, giving an evasive ability that everything can have, and it doesn't have to be a bird or a bat or a dragon. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of loosening up, letting you just run wild with what you're doing. It's horsemanship. Why do you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? Why do you gotta do that? When I'm summoned, create a copy of me in your deck. When you see me in a prediction, grant all allied copies of me everywhere. +2/+2. Cool. I am going to play my large lad. Yep, that's large. Then I'm going to play the thing that we've seen before. I'm going to predict. Ooh, I saw another Kahiri the Returned in the prediction. So that gives everything kablamo kablamo. And I still get to pick the landmark, which means that this is unblockable. And because this thing has jack-o'-lantern, as you saw, not the real name of it, they rejected my pitch. I said, call it jack-o'-lantern. They said, stop calling us. Because it has jack-o'-lantern, this can't block. Oh. Scrumptious. Chong chong. So we're just gonna, I think we have 2 more of these, and then we're gonna, oh my god, there's so many. Then we're gonna play more. We have 3 more. One of these, they're going to, we gotta take a break, and we gotta go, then we'll come back, we'll do more things. I saw somebody ask about Ezreal. Ezreal is not only playable, it's pretty good from what I remember. Ezreal is basically just like what's a like you're just sitting there going like pew 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 the entire time. Your opponent's like, please stop. You're just like pew, like you're just it's like the annoying kid in laser tag. That's a good and I don't know if laser tag's been played in the past decade. Here's a spell. It's called Cataclysm. This is a slow spell. So again, it can be cast outside of combat and other casting. So basically, sorcery. Stack has to be clear. And they can also respond. An ally starts a free attack challenging an enemy. So challenge is basically Scorpion. Get over here. I get to say, you're coming with me. We're fighting, which is brutal because you'll think, oh, I'm safe behind my 1/1 robotic crab. But then a giant dragon comes down and says, no, we're fighting immediately. And it says free attack because, again, when you attack, you use your token, right? That's how that passes back and forth. So pick my ally, pick the enemy. Say, yeah, that's good. So they fight. They attack. It's as if I've attacked. But wait, I didn't because I have coin. Me attack. Go vroom. Very good. And then that tooltip basically said free attacks are good. It's kind of funny how a lot of times for stuff like this, they will, they'll put a little spice on it, but really they're just like, hey, do these things because they're powerful. Please. We have Renekton. This is a champion. This is a very good animation. I don't remember if we get it here or if we get it after it. But I'm going to play a gigantic crocodile. Alligator? Well, it can't be a crocodile. Because there's that song that says, never smile at a crocodile. And I can't help but smile when I look at him. He's just such a good boy. Anyways, you get over here. We're going to do that thing that we did last time. But here's the 411. Oh, what's happening here? So I played this landmark. It says, when allies attack, I summon Big Sand Horse Warrior. On brand. And because that spell we played says attack, it means that anything that says attack, like when an ally attacks, you get a thing. So this is the difference between, say, like fight cards and Magic, where they say this fights this. That wouldn't trigger any abilities that trigger off of attacking. Whereas here, it does. And because I have Overwhelm, Trample, I got to push extra crocodile damage. And I'm pushing more crocodile damage. And check this out. It's so good. Why? Why? It's so good. Oh my god.
Crack their bones, then we feast.
Oh. You know, usually I ignore top, but I'm gonna. I'd gank for this skater. The way we got one. No, sorry, we have two more. Don't worry. Again, they're very quick. One of the ways that I've described it is that Runeterra is the only digital card game that I have played so far that I can't do something in the background. And I won't. You know, if there are times when I'm playing other games, not due to lack of interest, but sometimes I'm waiting for things, right? It's just like, I'm gonna play a land, go ahead, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to miss a single thing that happens here. Oh, I see. Okay, chat. They're attacking me with their Sandhorse Warrior. Yes. I have a large bear and a destined Poro. The game and the tutorial are trying to get me to kill one of my creatures so that I can use this spell, which says if I've slain a unit this round, which is, you know, a thing has died, drain 2 from the enemy nexus. 2 damage. I get 2. What should I kill? The extremely cute little puffball or giant angry rock bear? They all seem to be very happy about this. Vote now with their with your phones. Vote now with their phones. Pick the person in chat to the left of you and use their phone to vote. Kill the Poro. That's the first thing I've seen. I got 2 for Poro. Don't kill Poro. You could have told me. Look, I'm sorry. I just listened to what... Wait, what? If I've slain a unit this round, drain... Oh my god, am I... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, oh no. The phone. The phone. The phone. The phone. Hello? You were watching the stream? Yeah? Please. Okay. Large Canadian feast pizza. Oh, please have dipping sauce. All right, well, nobody saw anything. I swear I played this game. You saw me in draft. You saw my result in draft. I was in the finals. I know I've played this game. God damn it. No. I swear I do this for a living. Please. Oh, just winning game. Oh, yeah? Would someone who doesn't know what they're talking about do this? Wait, hold on. Let me read these cards. I need to slay a bunch of units to get an added ability. The added ability is that we go to Fight Club. I have a bunch of pigs. These pigs It costs 0 mana, but I have to kill an ally. So that piggy goes to market. This piggy accidentally got lost on the way. This one slept in. And this one lost 9 coin flips in a row. Great. I'm going to play my hyena, my giant hyena warrior. And go to Fight Club. And then wham bam, thank you ma'am, for the W. Against, well, I mean, we got one more. When I say W, I mean Wombo. Great. Slaying units can greatly empower your allies. Try to win in 2 rounds. You can't tell me what to do. Oh god. So what my opponent did, they have a bunch of spiders with Jack-o'-lantern. And they played another spider that says if I'm summoned, give other spider allies +1/+0 and enemies -1/-0. There's a spider deck if you're interested. Well, that's a lot of spiders. Good thing I have this die move where I get to just kill everything. Now that's how you do a board wipe. Screaming, shrieking, arms trying to return to the mortal coil from which they came. What more do you want? So now I have large dog. Which is effectively a small horse, yes. And so Nasus levels up when he strikes for 10 plus damage. And if you've played League of Legends, if Nasus gets this big, thanks for playing. Anyways, I have this spell. It says an ally is going to strike a unit, and if it dies, allied champions everywhere get a little larger. Which means my dog is going to farm some Qs. And I'm not just talking about the tears out of this spider's eyes. The cycle of life and death continues. They will die, and you will subscribe. Do you think Serge ever struggles to pronounce Nasus's name? All right, and the final one of these challenges that I promise I'll get for the first time. Yes, Susan. The power of prestige. Why is Grimlock on my opponent's side? I really don't remember there being Dinobots in this. Dealing damage earns you reputation, which can benefit you in surprising ways. Okay, all right, you don't have to tell me. Further your name to win this round. Further your name to win this round? Hey, I know a thing or two about reputation, all right? It's what's caused me to get on a blacklist, get off a blacklist, get on a blacklist. It's really confusing. Anyways, all these bears are going to fight. But thankfully, all those fighting bears means that my reputation for bear fighting is good. Anyways, it means this costs 1, so I get to kablamo the Nexus. Are there graveyard shenanigans? There are, lunatic. They are going to be... Most of the graveyard stuff is... I don't want to say it's randomized or semi-random, but it's certainly selective. In the sense that the graveyard decks are very much like you have like return a specific type of enemy that has died, or if things have died, you do a bigger one, or if this does that, you do that. So it's very cool. That's with the Shadow Isles. Somebody mentioned Bilgewater. Bilgewater does certain graveyard-ish stuff, but it's more for going deep. And that's literally what it's called. It's basically self-mill. You self-mill to play 2 mana 10/10s. Which... it's the perfect plan. It's like, so they're like, all right, what do people like? They like weird self-milling stuff, and they like giant undercosted monsters. Okay, well, what 2 places can we use for this? And it's like, what do you mean 2? We just make it 1 place. We just make 1 place that's all about that. No, Thraxmore, it's not that bad. It's not dredge. It's just very... think more like Tarmogoyfs. I did it. I beat all the tutorials that I've already beaten. And I didn't lose a single one. Right, chat? All right. So that's kind of a quick run through on all of the newest stuff from the expansion that just came out, or the set, I believe it's called. I got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I think I'm going to run us through a couple of expeditions, the drafts, because expeditions are something that people, before I started playing this, people were like, I don't like this. Like, it was the only negative they had. And as I said, it's arguably my favorite thing to do in this game. And it's especially a great thing to do in this game because you get to see so many cards. It helps you learn a bunch of cards, and especially new cards, and kind of helps you discover how synergies work and what to build upon. So it's really helpful if you're starting out. But yeah, I got to take a quick commercial break. I'll be back in a second for some of these expeditions. And nobody tell Graham. See you in a bit. No, okay. It was an honest mistake. Like, I was trying to pay attention to Twitch chat. I didn't know. I know what slay means. I've done this before. Like, yeah, I played that. No, it was. They didn't even know. Okay. I'm sorry. I accept the consequences. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Love you too, Grandma. I gotta stop doing that. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Is This Your Card? A new weekly-ish. Can you tell I had to do that take several times? Welcome back to Legends of Runeterra. The first week. You caught me checking my rewards. Because here's the thing. We showed off some of the new cards. I'm going to jump into an expedition, which is a draft. I'm probably going to finish this final battle to show off, a couple of cool features of the draft and explain kind of how it works. But before I was going to do that, I was going to quickly run through the different regions in the game. So the regions kind of explain, the cards that fall under that region. I didn't think this through. It's a lot like colors, basically. Except there aren't certain cost requirements for cards from different regions, right? And because of that, each region has its own kind of like level up system of, as you play with that selected region and you win and you do things, you get more prizes as you move along. This is part of why I can't praise this game's economy and reward system enough, because it does such a good job of making sure that you can get the cards just by playing the game. So Shurima, the newest region, the one that we're playing right now, or that we went through the tutorial with, and in fact, you will see some when I finish the final battle in my draft. You saw kind of what the features are and the different champions: Azir, Renekton, Talia, Sivir, and Nasus. There's Bilgewater. Think pirates. Think sea monsters. Think, I guess, pirate hunters. A robust fish. You know. With Fizz, Misfortune, Nautilus, Gangplank, Twisted Fate, and Thomas Kench, my uncle, if you will. You have Demacia, now and forever. This is just a bunch of old knightly knights, and a dragon. You have Garen, Lux, Quinn, Shyvana, Lucian, and Fiora. The Freljord, Ice to Meet You. That's a reference. You got Braum, Anivia, Sejuani, Trundle, Tryndamere, and Ashe. I was going to make a low-hanging fruit Twitch chat joke, but, you know, who would do that? You have Ionia. You got a bunch of flashy attacks, fast things, really annoying things. Zed, Yasuo, Lee Sin, Lulu, Karma, and Shen. And unfortunately, you cannot ban Yasuo every single time. Just learn to lane against him. You have Noxus. Look, they might all look evil. Draven, Vlad, Swain, Riven, Darius, and Katarina. There's a lot of effects that involve dealing damage to yourself to get a bonus, or dealing more damage to like damaged creatures, basically. Like, oh, your thing's damaged? Just kidding, it's dead now. Or, oh, my thing's damaged. Now it's a bajillion. Riven isn't evil, though. You're not wrong, but we don't have a lot of time to go into the individual lore of every character, except for Teemo. This is Piltover and Zaun. I kind of them together. Think steampunk, but not insufferable. You have Teemo, which is the cutest little button. Jinx. Vi stands for violence, aka my wife. Nobody talk to her. Victor, Heimer, and Ezreal. And when I say don't talk to her, it's because she'll beat you up. And that's reserved for me. We have the Shadow Isles. And I know it's not Halloween yet, but God, what date is Halloween again this year? There's some ghosts and goblins. There aren't goblins. There's Elise, Thresh, Maokai, Nocturne, the Horse, aka Hecarim, and Callista. And then Targon, Big Space Dragon. Targon is very Starsy, very planetarium light show. It's cool. There's a lot of like support kind of mechanisms and abilities. A lot of, protect this, buff this, heal this, that kind of thing. And Targon probably has some of the best art in the game, and that's saying a lot. There's Diana, Soraka, Zoe, Aurelion Sol, Tarek, and my actual wife, Leona, and nobody talk to her because she'll beat you up and then me up, but just kidding. She'll protect us all. I try to leave a dent, I dare ya. Definitely didn't play nothing but Leona for an entire season. But let's go back to Shurima, shall we? I want to activate my Shurima. So basically, as long as I'm playing through this, I get to go through this level up course, get new things, like a golden chest, which is going to, oh, what's that say? Contains a capsule and a large amount of shards, crafting material. And as you can see, they give you a lot of those. They give a lot, because this stuff just came out. I've only been playing this weekend, like, you know, yesterday and today with the new stuff to try and like get me, you know, keep the excitement going. I'm not even at level 10 out of 30 or whatever. And my God, look at that. This game does a fantastic job about helping you out. So that's one of the reasons why I can't sing the praises of the game enough for that. And hopefully that gives you an idea of like what you will come across when you play, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this. So I'm in the final battle of a draft. You need to get 7 wins to win a draft. And as opposed to, say, other games where you lose X amount of times, you're out, you can't lose twice in a row, except for the final battle, where you only get one chance. So if you win, lose, and then lose again, you're out. But you get another try. You get to draft another deck and go for that run. And then, but if you win, lose, etc., you're still good to go. And when you win a draft, you get a lot, including more drafts. It's great. The prizes are good. The gameplay is fun. And again, it's really interesting to be able to learn all the cards through the limited environments, through the expeditions. This was super helpful for figuring out what kind of constructed decks I also wanted to build, which I kind of cleared all my decks for now because there's so much. But I still have my Trundle Lysandra deck now, which was originally Trundle Aurelian Soul. But yeah, you don't get to keep the cards you draft, but you get a bunch of stuff as a reward. So start off the game. I'm going first. You get 4 cards. You get to pick which ones you want to replace. I got a 2. I got a 3. I got a pretty good 4. I'm on the play. I'm going to replace this. This is a 7-cost spell. I'll explain about what a draft feels like as well, you know, once we're actually drafting it. But yeah, there's also an auto pass system, which I gotta tell you, overall, I am a big fan of it. Auto pass systems are really hit and miss, and mostly miss, but for this game, it just makes it so much more fluid. Like, it just keeps things going. There's no mucking about. There's no, hey, look, I don't have something, you don't have something. Why we don't have to just sit around and lie to each other, baby. We can just jam. So I have, it's on 3. I'm going to play my Psy Scout. So this is the one that we saw before. We get to predict, look at the top 3. If we pick a landmark card, it gets elusive. And I have a bunch of things I want to do. And so I'm going to pick that landmark card.
I hate having to put my face on.
They played a LeBlanc. She does a lot of damage because it's LeBlanc. LeBlanc is a 5/2 with quick attack. So again, when she's attacking, she does the damage first. And then when she's seen you deal 15 or more damage, she levels up. Yeah, you can absolutely disable everything. You get a lot of control in what you toggle. And that, again, like, I had originally mentioned that for, you get a bunch of control when it comes to, like, all the graphical stuff, but it also extends to gameplay. When I'm summoned, grant me +2/+0 if you have another noxious ally. You do. I'm going to play Golden Ambassador. 4 mana 3/2. when you summon this, it gets its allegiance bonus if the top card of your deck matches its region. So if I play this and the top card is also from Shurima, I get to draw a champion and give it +2/+2. And my entire deck is Shurima. Oh, I hate this card. They played a thing that has Challenger, and they challenged me. And now they're attacking with a lot of things. This is the Noxus thing. Everything is big. There's a lot of cards that say don't block. There's a lot of cards that say do a bunch of damage. Did I mostly want to see that animation? Yeah, I kind of did. Was it worth it? So each time I see you deal 15 plus damage, create a mirror image in your hand. If you already have one, reduce that by 1. The mirror image is you summon an exact ephemeral, so until end of turn, copy of an ally with 5+ power. Big yikes, as they say. I kind of want to get a landmark down for Talia, or I could just play Talia. It's a little awkward. I can get them with a Spirit Fire next turn on the attack. Need to be a little worried about the timer. This does a bunch of damage to a follower or a little bit of damage to a champion. But tell you what.
There's so much to see.
I can show you the world. I'm riding on a bunch of rocks. Talia... No, wait, hold up. I wanted to read it. It said, big powerful thing attacks other thing. See, that's Noxus, if you will. A bunch of high cost over here, a bunch of can't block. Now, because my opponent has priority, they get to attack immediately, which is great. Ooh. They could play something if they want to, but then priority goes back to me. And I kind of need to not die this turn. Like, I can kill this. I'm a little far behind. This can -6 on damage and then kills off that. Can put 2 on that and that, so then I can kill that next turn. That's pretty not great. So if I -6 on damage, we're taking 10, we go to 5, and they have 3 up. Ooh. That's some bad news bears. But can I just throw stuff under their bus? Like, I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna throw a bunch of damage over here. Now, they might develop something else.
I need just a moment.
Okay. I will, too, develop this. This lovely couple's great. Like, I'm taking a buttload of damage. But we get to survive and kill off their thing, which is kind of nice. This is not nice. We're not in a great spot, but we're not out of it yet. And our deck has a pretty... We have pretty good comeback potential. We just need to have the right thing at the right time. 3 random landmarks I could afford, and I create 1. I can do that next turn. I mean, I could do it this turn. Oh, and they're all... Oh. Okay. Heal allies. Heal damaged allies. That's not that bad. This card was a real big problem. At least for the first day that it came out. Now his attack summon attacking Sand Soldier. That seems pretty bad where I'm at. I'm going to take the healing one. Because I might have to do some blocking. I'm going to play Hibernating Rock Bear. Okay, their deck is a lot better than my deck. This is okay, though. This is okay. This means that we can immediately get into a new draft. Jesus. Stop this. Stop playing 2-mana 5/2s, please. I'm not built for it. This looks, and I can understand that if you're not super familiar with the game, that a bunch of 5-mana, or a bunch of like really cheap 5/2s, that seems really scary. But 2 damage is kind of the base, if that makes sense. Like, there are a lot of cards that just deal 2 damage, you know? It's just tacked on, or that's the default. Even utility cards that you play are going to just have usually 2 power, unless they are something like this, which is a 1/6. Which, by the way, if notice how it has 5 damage on it, so it's a 1/1. I can click this to show what the card actually is, like as printed. Oh, Christ. We're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot. Hold. Hold. Please hold. Oh, yeah? Check this. I'm at 4, eh? Okay, well, here's another cool tip. There's a surrender button. See what I mean? I lost. And it still feels kind of good. I get some experience for the end of the draft, which means I get to level up my region bonus, and I get to add into the weekly vault. The weekly vault gives you a bunch of goodies for playing the game that resets weekly. If you logged in and just clicked your weekly vault every week and didn't play, you would still get some stuff. But if you play, your weekly vault can get absurd. It can get really out there. So I played that and I got 6 wins. So I could retire and claim and get the prizes for 6 wins. Or I get a second chance. Aherberg, if you like playing this game and you have the stuff to do it, I would say yes. Absolutely. I looked at the event pass. It's pretty darn good. If you plan on playing, it's pretty darn good. Oh, Matt, dropping by with a raid. I also realized I didn't say thank you for subs when I got back. That's okay. Maybe. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you, man. Okay, so here's the first part of doing the draft, doing the expedition, is that we get to pick one of our champions. So we can either pick from the Shadow Isles, with it being Kindred. So Kindred, 5 mana, 4/4, has quick attack. The first time I slay a unit each round, you mark the weakest enemy. Mark is a thing relating to Kindred. And then at the end of the round, you just kill all units that have been marked. That's really good. Because weakest enemy doesn't have to be your opponent having a 1/1, right? Your opponent could have a 5/5 and a 4/4. And if the 4/4 is the weakest enemy that is marked, it's dead. That can get out of hand very quickly. And then it levels up when you slay 2 units that have been marked. Darius, this guy is just big. 6 mana, 6/5. He's got Overwhelm, the trample ability. When he sees that your opponent's at half their life total, he turns into a 10/6. And his spell is just... Well, I mean, it's 4 damage, so it's not a lava axe. It's more of a lavatory axe, because he's a real stinker. And then we have Lee Sin, the blind monk. Lee Sin is extremely annoying. 5 mana, 3/5. When you cast a spell, give him Challenger this round. Challenger, again, is the, hey, you, get over here. So you just get to beat up on whatever you want. And then if you cast another spell, he gets Barrier. Barrier is just a one-time prevention shield for damage. I mean, some of them say, they have Barrier forever. Some says Barrier this round. But basically, it negates the next damage it would take. So, yeah, I guess Lee Sin in this game is also what it's like in League. Very annoying, but very cool. Very cool to build around. And so these are the first set of champions, and we get to see the other stuff. Kill an ally, draw 2, 4 mana, 4/1. Kill an ally, grant me its stats and keywords. So again, they kind of link up with Kindred. Big idiot kill thing that's damaged. That's actually just Nox's. And then the Ionian ones, there's a lot of clicking. 3 mana, 4/2. When Scales of the Dragon, this unit, is summoned, you create a Dragon's Projection, which is a slow spell that grants an ally +0/+3. And Spirit's Refuge. 4 mana burst spell. Give an ally Barrier and Lifesteal this round. Gross. I would like to pick Kindred, because Kindred is also relatively new. And, well, I shouldn't say relatively cool. Kindred is extremely cool. So I'm going to pick Kindred. But guess what? We get more. This is the next champion that we get to pick. There's Shurima. So we get Sivir. 4 mana, 5/3. It has quick attack and spell shield. Spell shield's really cool. It negates the next enemy spell or skill that would affect it. So they try to use a deal 3 damage to it or whatever. Nope. Done. Kablam. Gone. It's a 5/3. Levels up when you've dealt 35 or more damage. And that can be to units and whatever. Becomes a 6/4 with spell shield and quick attack. When I'm attacking allies have my keywords. That means by default, if she has spell shield still, she always has quick attack. When you attack, everybody's going to have quick attack and spell shield. Chat, you're getting ahead of yourself because I know who I'm picking already. We have Bilgewater. Bilgewater has Twisted Fate. 4 mana, 2/2 quick attack. When you play it, you get to play a Destiny card, which is it's Twisted Fate. He plays a bunch of cards. And then when he's watched you draw a bunch of cards, he turns into this thing. TF is really gross and a pretty gross deck and constructed. I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick Zoe because I love Zoe. Zoe's a 1 mana 1/1 with elusive and has Nexus Strike. When you hit them, you get to create a super cool star chart, which is a card in your hand, or if you have one in your hand, reduce its cost by 1. And what it does is you get to invoke a celestial card. So it creates 3 different cards, and you pick one of the 3 to go into your hand. And then when you've seen 10 cards with different names played, which is pretty good in limited environments, you get to level her up to be a 2/2. When I level up, grant your Nexus when you summon an ally, grant its keywords to all allies. And Nexus Strike, you create Behold the Infinite that costs 0. So basically a better version of the first one that's free. I'm going to pick Zoe because I love Zoe. We also get a couple of... this is a goat. Great. And so you'll know at the note at the top that it's going to like kind of have names for what you're picking. Like those 2 are champion picks. This is the synergy pick. So it's kind of building off the other ones that we had. So like this is the pack that's good with Kindred stuff. This is the pack that's good with Zoe stuff. This is a pack that could be good, but I'm probably not picking it. Kill a unit and revive it. That can get really gross. If an ally died this round, deal 4 damage to a unit. It's not bad in the right deck. Make a gem. A gem is 1 mana spell. You heal an ally 1 and give it +1/+0. And a Moon Dreamer. I'm going to lay heavy into the Kindred stuff for that pick. Wild pick. There's just a bunch of stuff. And sometimes you'll have you'll have packs with both your regions or multiple regions. It could be, they could have one where it's Ionia and Piltover or whatever. Sparklefly and Bastion. Unto Dusk. Draw 1. Pick 1 of 3. What? I'm going to take Blades and Buffs. Spacey, Behold, more butterflies. These butterflies are really annoying, to be fair. They're evasive and they gain life. They're really annoying. Never smile at a crocodile. Look at this croc. Look at this large lad. That's weird. It only says unit up here. I thought it's a massive unit. Another Mask Mother? Yeah, sure. Why not? So check out this synergy, gamers. We can play it. We can kill our own Sparklefly to make this 2/2 instead a 3/4 lifelink fearsome elusive. That's pretty cool. You got a giant unicorn here that heals you. Sapling Toss. This card's not really a card. I guess technically it is. Sometimes you'll find cards where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to play this. You know, it's kind of the equivalency of seeing like a 1 mana spell that says like gain 3 life. And there being a creature that when it comes into play, you gain some life. Usually not worth a slot. But there's also a chance that we'll be able to, swap it. Chronicler of Rune's really cool. It's kind of that instant that we have Spirit Journey on a body. But I'm going to take this one because Spirit Leech is pretty neat. And Vengeance. This is just 7 mana, kill anything. That sounds like a lot. And it is. But that's a good thing. Another Mask Mother and another Vengeance. Pale Cascade and another unicorn thing. So you might see the word Nightfall come up. There are 2 versions. There's Daybreak and Nightfall. Daybreak gives you a bonus if it's the first thing you've played this round. And Nightfall gives you a bonus if it isn't the first thing you've played this round. You get it? It's pretty cool. No. You're all right. Here's a good example. This is a card that you can get off of Zoe herself. Like, this is half of a real card sort of thing. So I'm going to take this. These 2 are pretty good. They're just 1 mana 1/1s that do a thing. This one is like every Aristocrat's creature. It's 1 mana 1/1. When it dies, you make a 1 mana 1/1. This is a 1 mana 1/1 that when it dies, you make another thing that has a when it dies ability in your hand. This is the Sparklefly, which I'm really into getting this card, but this is one of my favorite cards that is really gross in the right deck. Sneaky Zeebles. It's a 5 mana 3/3 that's elusive, and when you play it, you stun enemies with 2 or less power. Stunning. That's one way to describe this card. Removes the unit from combat. Can't attack or block for the rest of the round. That's real gross, especially when you have a bunch of elusive threats, and your opponent might also have cheap elusive threats. Just get them out of there. When I'm summoned, I'm going to pray. Oh, I've never seen this card. 2 mana, 3/1. When it comes into play, you just make a 0/1. So that helps with the, sacrificing. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what these cards are, but it's not worth it. I mean, this card's not bad, I guess, in draft. But I'll take the one with another Mask Mother. Now, we have 4 of this card, but we'll get to do a little shuffling around. Crumble. Kill an ally to kill their thing. Scribe of Sorrows. When I'm summoned, create a copy in hand of an ally that died this game. So this kind of feeds into the graveyard sort of decks that you'll see. A lot of cards that reference things that have died have certain qualifications. So this one just says, if anything that's died, make a copy in your hand. But you'll see ones that say like the strongest thing that's died, or the last thing that's died, or something that died that's this type. You know, that kind of thing. Wraithcaller. I don't think I need another Spirit Leech. I want that one. I want that one. Please. Ooh. Okay. We've seen the Croc. We've seen the Leech. We've seen the Chronic. We've seen 2001. This card's actually very good, and it's likely that I'm going to take this pick. But can I interest you in giant grandpa, like, moon, goat, buffalo? I don't even know what to call him. He's just so good. There's even a dog. Wait, hold on. You're not getting the full experience at home. There's a dog. There's also a dog. But have you considered a dog? I'm going to take this, and I'll explain why in a second. I'm building it up. Basically, they'll let you trade picks at the end, which is super great. Really nice to do. Zenith Blades. Cheap little spell. This is just a reasonable card. Ravenous Butcher. I'll take the Dragon's Descent. I'll take more Chronic. Kill now I draw 2. I like that. 1 mana, 1/1. I like that. Did I take the Black Spear? I did. Okay, I'll take that. So now at the end, I get to trade a pick. I can turn my Scamp into another Aristocrat. I could turn my Zeebles into a Crescent Guardian, or my Crocodile into another Vengeance. I already have 2 Vengeances. I like my Zeebles, and this card's really bad for us. So I'm going to do that. And as you progress through the draft, you get more packs added. You get to add more cards, and you get to do, you get to add, other things. You get to trade things. It's cool. What is Fury? If it kills something, it gets bigger. It's very much like the dragon ability, because all of the dragons, they're dragons. Okay, since we're really good at this game, we have Zoe in our opener, so I like that. I'm probably going to tuck Vengeance and Spirit Leech. I'll keep this. I tend to like keeping some 4s in my hand. We have a good amount, but like, you get up to 4 mana real quick. Oh no. They played a landmark that counts down to 8, and they make a very large angry lad. Thankfully, I have Zoe. Everybody's favorite champion. Oh. I'm going to play a Sparkle Fly. I'm going to get in the beats early. You cannot attack. You cannot play something. You could just attack and then play something after. But it's so early in the game, and like, I have elusive already, so the things that they could play that would be able to block are like minimal. So I'm gonna throw my ancient space wizard, tiny girl, and my butterfly at my opponent. And Zoe gives me a cool thing. And this cool thing doesn't go away, which is really nice. It's so cute. This game's so cute. Tiny baby Yeti. Nothing died. So I could play this to kill off something and get keywords, but I don't really need to. So I kind of just want to do this. I get an otter. I'm going to grab the otter. So that's what invoke is referring to. It's, again, it just like creates 3 options and you pick one of the options. This otter is very good. It's a 3-mana 3/3 with elusive. What? No, my Zoe. So what they did is they played a spell that buffed their ally and gave an enemy vulnerable. Vulnerable is like challenger, but reverse. Meaning that instead of saying my guy gets to yoink your guy, it says your guy is now yoinkable. At least that's the technical term. Don't really want to do you. I could use all my mana. The otter's really slick. I don't know. 4. If what I play is bigger than their thing, that's pretty cool and good. But I also don't mind sandbagging some spell mana. Let's play a dragon. Let's play a dragon. That's fine. I'm going to attack with both. They can trade. That's fine. The system works. I've got nothing and I'll pass back. Oh no, they've got a 5/4. When you die, create 2 enraged yetis. Okay. Can I just take 1? Why do I care about you? I don't. I really don't. It's very cute. It's extremely cute. When I'm summoned, create a copy in hand of an ally that died this game. Let's play Otter. Elusive. This is how we win, chat. That or I just load up on one thing. I hate this card. This card's very good. It's called Rime Tusk Shaman. At the start of the round, you Frostbite, effectively set its power to 0, and you can't change it that round. The strongest enemy. Well, I mean, I guess that's fine, but not good. I'm going to start eating some things. Mind you, this card is really good. Yeah, this deck's pretty... Well, this thing. Freljord can get really gross really quickly. I could cash in this Otter if I really want to. I could also just Chronic it. Which I think I'll do. Because if I Chronic the Otter, it comes back as a 3/3, and now I have this 4/4 that they can freeze, and that's fine. And if they kill this, or if I throw this under the bus, then I can just get it back. What was the end result of the deck we made? We are in the Shadow Isles with Kindred and Targon with Zoe. They played another thing that does a thing when it dies. That is not the sound of... These butterflies make some weird noises. Very weird noises. I don't know if I want to eat anything. I could just play you, or I could bank some mana. I'll just play this idiot and throw it under the bus somewhere. Oh no, my Chronic. Ooh, the cold is bad for someone at my age. Okay. Well. I'm going to absolutely play into whatever combat trick it is that they are trying to do. Usually, it's a card called Troll Chant. That one's super annoying. It's very cheap. A lot of Freljord stuff, it will involve modifying stats, but it's really defensive. So it's either modifying, like increasing toughness or decreasing power. Oh, okay. So they're dealing 1 damage to everything, which kills this, kills this, kills this, kills a lot of stuff. But thankfully, we have a spell that at least lets us cash in one of our things to draw more cards. Ooh. That's a good spell. That's the kind of thing you want to... This is the kind of spell you want to hold on mana for, you know? You're not great. I mean, you could just get back absolute garbage. If I mark that... I mean, they could play something else. They have a lot of mana. I'm just going to kind of play out a Scribe. Honestly, if I can keep this off of targeting my Otter, that's good enough for me.
All things grow cold.
Please, no. Please, no. Oh. Well, Lissandra's a hell of a card. Maybe I should play you. Because you're going to mark Liss. I don't have enough to do it. I kind of want a Crocodile, actually. Crocodile can hold a lot. If I croc that, is that better than playing the Spider? Yeah, let's do that. They can freeze this. That's whatever. It'll block.
Ice runs in our veins.
And yeah, it keeps them off hitting those. Stun. I get to stun the Liss. I don't think that matters. But it also puts a bunch of elusive stuff down. I could make a very large butt with this. Am I playing Kindred here? Yeah, I kind of just want to set up a bunch of power. I don't get to keep this Bastion, which is a little awkward.
You will do as I command.
But I get a bunch of damage for elusive. Freljord has a lot of cards that also hit all units, right? They tend to like 2 damage to all units, or all units get -2, -0. That's a Shurima spell. Unfortunately, it will kill off Wingus and Dingus over here. But I can fix that. So what they did is this spell, at the end of turn, we had this in our last draft. Enemies get weaker, and at the end of the round, it deals 2 damage to themselves. Actually, if I do this, am I going to deal 2 damage to myself from that? Stats and keywords. And that's keyworded. It's still a good blocker. Yeah, it's still a good blocker. You're not keyworded. Groovy. Even if it is keyworded, that's fine. It's still a good blocker. Getting out a 3/4 here. Because it trades with this, kills off that. Doesn't kill off Liss, but what are you going to do? Landmarks, huh? Well, see you later.
Where are you?
So my Sparklefly is going to Sparkle die. I don't know what happened to my Zeebles. We can fix this. We can fix that, right? 4 damage. Well, I'm going to do that. So that's the spell that gives it spell shield. And +1/+1. So the spell shield says no. You... This still has round end, right? Does it still have round end? No, you don't have round end. Good. Let's play this. Kindred. Wowee. I need to read Aphelios. I haven't read Aphelios yet, but I've seen memes with Aphelios, and I know Aphelios memes in the game. So I can only assume that it's just a whole bunch of flowchart stuff. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, thank you for your speech. What am I doing here? I'm probably throwing you. Am I just taking 8? None of these are coming off. If I keep this up, it's still going to get rhymed. Which, I guess, do I care if my kindred is rhymed? Not really. Do I want to save damage for kindred? I'm probably going to kill it anyways. I take 3, go to 11. Yeah, this is fine. I don't think I'm flipping kindred anytime soon. I think I'm still just on hit them, don't die. Because they need to kill both. Ooh. This card's good. Oh, right. This is bigger because it has more toughness. That's fine. Hello, mother. This has quick attack, which means that we can kill off this. If I attack with these two, then throw the vengeance at this. Attack with these two, throw vengeance at this, and then they don't have the chance to put out another blocker. This gets rid of the biggest thing on their board, a thing that I don't really care about, and we still get to, even if we just chip with the 3/1. Summon a sand soldier. I'm a little confused. But the good news is we get to push 3 damage. We've marked their Lysandra. And, no, that's it. I don't really know if I want to play these. Not yet. So I didn't think that would happen. Yeah, that is one thing I will mention. Priority, like when you can do a thing, what effect it will have. If you're coming from another game, it'll take a second. Don't beat yourself up for it, though. Fine. I mean, don't beat yourself up for, like, a lot of things. That was gross. But, especially not that. Because, like, yeah, you can fight me. What? I'm just gonna do this now. But yeah, it's just like, if you're coming from something else, don't beat yourself up, because it could be a little difficult to grasp, well, all of it. Well,
Ice runs in our veins.
How about I get your elusive here? No! Wait. They've played 4 champions, right? Big yikes. Although... Leona is really gross. I mean... I need to stop looking at you. Chat, you gotta see when Leona levels up. What? What? Oh, because they have this. Right. They have the Howling Abyss out. I totally blanked on the Howling Abyss. Anyways, well, I'll attack for 7 evasive. And hopefully this isn't a thing. Great. We got there. It didn't click with me that it was the Howling Abyss. I don't know why. I thought it was I mean, I knew it was a landmark. I thought it was the gain a mana crystal. But that's a unit. That was a close one. That was a good match. I think we had stuff that we can do, but that was getting out of hand very quickly. No, there's a there's a Freljord one. It's like a 3 mana 0/4. I don't know why. It's just a snowy building. I saw a snowy building and I was like, oh, ramp. So this is a champion pick, meaning we get to pick a champion. Well, a pack with champions. There's another Kindred. Comes with a 5 mana 2/4. Whenever another ally dies, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. This card is messed up. And then Spirit Leech, which we already have 2 of. We got another Zoe. Behold, which is, I mean, fine, but, we could do more. And same with this. Just 2 creation cards and another Zoe. This gives us Callista. Callista is a 3 mana 4/3 with Fearsome. If you've seen 3 or more allies die, she levels up. Becomes a 5/4 with Fearsome. And each round, the first time I attack, you revive an attacking ephemeral enemy, or an ephemeral copy of the strongest dead allied follower. This round, they're bonded, and it takes all the damage for Callista. That gets out of hand very quickly. And Callista's also just, good. Some champions are, fine, I guess, but 4 mana 4/3 Fearsome, there are decks that just will play this. That's a Noxus card. Phantom Prankster, 3 mana 0/3. Whenever another ally dies, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. So kind of like this, but doesn't drain its only damage. But here we go, the big papa. 7 mana 4/4, the Rekindler. AKA my Dark Souls streams. When I'm summoned, revive the strongest dead allied champion. This card is messed up. I'm going to take Callista's pack. And you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to take a break, because we have to take another quick commercial break. Just jam through that ad break real quick. I'm going to think about how I definitely played that the best I could possibly play. And then we'll come back and jam some more. So don't go away, because we got more matches to play. What are you going to do? Not watch? Don't do that. I'll see you in a second. No. Okay, no. Mark. Let me talk. No. Of course I don't hate Magic, Mark. No, I love the game. Look, you do a great job there. It's not that. I just play. I like other things. No, Mark. Don't put him on. Don't put Richard on. Don't. Hey, Dickie G, how you doing? Oh no, Mark's a liar. No, I'm not playing another game. Oh, sorry, ad break. Oh, gotta get over that old 9 to 5. Hi. You'll have to excuse us. The Pacific Northwest card game community, tight knit, if you know what I say. Look, he's just mad because I didn't go to his wedding. I said, I can't go to your wedding. Quarantine. He said, what are you talking about? What do you mean quarantine? It's on June 1st, 2015. Anyways, he never listens to me. I'm going to mulligan like all of these cards. I guess I can keep the Zeebles. I'm against Pretzel, and now I want Pretzels. So, like, my opponent's already in my head. So I mulligan to Zoe because I'm good at the game. There's a bunch of stuff you can do in the game, by the way. You can customize your pet. Like, look at the Poro. This is the base pet. I paid $0 for this. Look at it go. Look at my opponents. I can't click on theirs, but... Anyways, I'll fight. They go for a kill spell. Ooh, I got Vigor. You also get a bunch of emotes. I didn't customize the one I got. Frostbite an enemy. Okay, so if you play Magic, there's a thing called like a tempo move, right? You do something for tempo. It's effectively a play that you make to kind of like ensure that I don't get something out of it. Like you're sacrificing card advantage for velocity or for basically service, right? Well, I could kill something then revive it, but that sounds bad. So instead I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to protect my Zoe here. I'll give it +1/+3. I was trying to roast my opponent in a very nice way. And then I ended up just also kind of be like, block and pump. Ooh. Hello, darkness. Although this doesn't really, Callista's not really attacking into their team very well. She just gets blocked by this or killed by this. She said ship, right? Anyways, I'm going to attack for 1. Oh my god. No! I'm so upset. What? They played a goddamn treasure map. I don't want to do this. I'm just going to let Zoe die. Or I could kill the wolf. Actually, yeah, I'm going to kill this wolf. Because killing the wolf also just lets me play out this Callista. Or, depending on what they do, they could load up. Like, it also just gives me the opportunity to cash in this Zoe for something. Because my hand is absolute... Sorry, 1 second. Hi, Richard? Yes. Can I say dog shit on stream? Hung up on me. It just gives me a thing to cash in. Like, I guess, they could attack right this second. But that's a hell of an attack to get you nothing. Vi, you're ruining my life. Yeah, let's leech. I feel really bad. I just killed a small child to draw cards with a weird frog. Sounds like card games. Yeah, we're playing draft for this one. I could block Vi. So Vi has an ability called Tough. Takes 1 less damage from all sources. That's really annoying. Meaning that I have to effectively put 5 damage out here. I could trade this for this. But that's also kind of annoying. I guess... Do I want to take 5? Vi levels up when she hits for 10 plus damage. I mean, I could eat and then revive something. I could play this and then kill this. Yeah, I'll trade here. I'll get their board off. We got a bunch of cards in hand. I can play a crocodile. What? This thing just gurgled at me.
Winter, take you.
No. Yeah, I just want more bodies out. Vi's going to be a little difficult to deal with. I guess we could kill it and revive it. Disregard my gurgles. Please. I think it said, please send me out to die. Please release me from my fate. 3 mana, 3/3. Create a spring gifts. Well, that's nice. Good goat. We have a lot of goats. Good. A lot of goats. No, please. Oh, no. No. I'm begging you. Oh, this is so bad. That's a hell of a card to deal, TF. Okay. So TF deals... What an asshole. I kind of want to keep this up. 8. I could play out Callista. They got 6 there. I play out Callista. They challenge that. I can kill Callista. Trade for that. I mean, it doesn't trade for that. It's going to trade for that. I see 1, and then I can evolve Callista. Evolve. I can evolve Callista into Blastoise. I don't think we're doing too well this game. Give an enemy vulnerable and frostbite. Okay.
I don't need a plan.
Yeah, like I think I just want to... I need to get something going. I'll trade my bodies, especially if this lets me see things. I'm going to try to get out this Croc next turn, especially because it's going to let me see Callista and build something big enough to get in front of Vi. What are you doing? Okay. People keep using this spell against me gratuitously. Like, you know, in the right times, hey, power to you. But I see it just kind of just fart around, you know? Sparkle Fly. Or if I don't get Croc out this round, I can get Croc out next round. Yeah, just because the Wingus and Dingus over here are a little awkward. I mean, I could mother... I could mother this. And then I could... Yeah, I'm just going to mother that. Chaining mothers. Chaining mothers. Wait, no, this joke is terrible. Never mind. If I make a joke this bad outside of my home stream, I think I'm just going to get fired. And by think, I mean I know. Ooh. Okay. Callista Digivolve 2. Metal Callista. Oh, hell yeah. 4-1. Graham's not calling me. See, here's the trick. I called Dickie G. I said, Dick, give Graham a call. He's the one that told me to quit Magic. But then I gave the wrong phone number. I gave James's phone number. Everybody knows James unplugs that cord once the clock hits 6. You've got to be kidding me.
If it's a fight they want.
Chad, I don't feel so good. Why would my wife betray me like this? Please help. My wife has fallen into a gang of archers and pirates. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, Kaiba. For you see, they're bonded. Meaning I got nothing out of it. I mean, I got a bit. Okay, well, hold up. Let me... Oh, barkeep. Well... How badly is this guy gonna goozle me? What secrets do you hold? Created hand in the alley for that. Hand in the alley. I don't trust quick attack.
Headquarters sent a gift.
Yeah, that's fine. Stop. Please. Oh no. You get to see the Vi animation though. How can you get mad at that? I'm getting my ass kicked. And I'm sitting here just clapping. I love you, Vi. What about Ripple? No. Wait, what? Okay.
It's playtime.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, well, why couldn't they heal me then? You know, it's a polite thing to do. Well, would I rather have a 3/3 or an a loosey-goosey? I think I'm going to smile at some crocodiles. Play like the TF deck, like the TF burn deck. Bam. I shouldn't have done that? Oh, my apologies. Look at how nice they are. Fun fact, these two on the cliff are actually the Zeebles. A lot of people don't pick up on that. No. We're in it to win it. I swear to Christ. Why am I dying to cheap Oh god, I'm dying to cheap combat tricks. Oh no. This is not good. Oh, that's good. I mean, this is not good. Wait, why am I getting GG'd? No! Vi, please! This is fine. Vi has an ability, deals 5 damage to me. My opponent didn't even give me a chance to play properly. That's okay. I'm prompted now with another trade. I can either keep rekindling, or I can turn that weird goat into a card that synergizes with our deck. How many Crocs do I have? I have 2. I want the card. I mean, the Rekindler's kind of messed up. I guess I kind of want to Rekindle up at the top. Zeebles is pretty alright. But Rekindler, I mean, do I have 2 Fading Icons? I have 1. I have a bunch of these Mass Mothers. I was hoping I'd get a trade for one of these Mass Mothers. So yeah, if we lose the next game, the trial's over. But if we win this, then we're Gucci. We're all types of Gucci. Yeah, I mean, our opponent had a bunch of sneaky little tricks. Kill an ally to kill anything, eh? I kind of want to keep this. I'm on the draw again. Play that, do that. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Callista. Master Mother. Is this O Senior Lupus or Sir Lupus? This is a 1-mana 3/1, by the way. New card, who dis? Well, do I want a Sparkle Fly? I think I want a Sparkle Fly. I can hold on to the icon for just a second. If I Sparkle Fly now, Sparkle Fly can trade with this. I can gain a little bit of health. We can even throw it under the Mother. Depending on what their deck's looking to do, I guess. Demacia. Demacia has a bunch of... well, not a bunch. Demacia has cards... next time you summon an ally, grant a challenger. Okay. Demacia has cards referring to... are you just going to die? Am I okay if you just die? What if I just 3-1 a bunch? I can do Callista next turn. But I have the attack on next turn. Yeah, I'm going to Callista. Demacia has stuff that says strike. A lot of strike stuff. So kind of similar to like that challenge we had that referred to fighting. No, please. Please stop. I beg of you. But strike is literally like fighting. Striking is fighting. And stuff will refer to strike, as in deals damage. You have 1 up. Are you doing this so I could block with my Callista, kill off a thing, and then you play a good thing? Or do you have a... like an elixir of iron or something? Well, sure, why not? There's one way to find out new cards. They could also just want 1 damage on my Callista, because then they can set up like a 1-drop with Challenger. That's pretty gross. Ooh. Old man, take a look at my life. I could fading icon into mother. Yeah, I'd rather do that than play a 4. Yeah, the 1-drops, if you're coming from especially Magic, like 1-drops are it's a different ballpark. Even Hearthstone, right? Different ballpark entirely. Uh-huh. Oh no. Ah, we've got this. Well, here I go again on my own. God, why is that? Why does the butterfly scream? Do I just want... If I make it a 2/3, it blocks these things kind of well. I could eat this. If they kill off the butterfly, I think I'm okay with that. But when I rather... If they attack immediately and hit the butterfly, then I'd rather do that. Yeah, I think I'd rather... play that to give it a challenger. They're probably giving 2 things challenger, which includes Callista. I'm hoping I'll be able to get off this. Oh, that's one way to do that. I could eat a thing and then transform.
For the prince.
Years take, experience gives.
I'm probably just going to get back my Callista with the Kindler. I do want to get this. I want to get this Renekton off the table. Look, I got 2 spears in me. The first time I challenge an enemy, give me barrier this round. What an asshole. That means when this guy challenges my Callista, it'll get barrier. And I can't do a darn thing about it. That said, okay. They used both barriers, right? I'll take some life.
I'm actually here.
Wow. I love her giant sword. All these old men are really strong. I hate them. The end. Thanks for listening. There are a bunch of strong old men. I hate all of them. The end. Yeah, it's just this young girl just has like 80 granddaughters. Do I want to throw you? I don't think so. I want to trade you. It's going to become a 5/5.
No honor in this.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I guess I could have attacked with this too. I'll bank spell mana. 80 grand. No, did I say granddaughter? I said she has 80 grandfathers. It's like people that use the term uncle in like it's a family friend that's been there throughout their life or whatever. Instead, it's just grandfather, grandpa. Just a bunch of old men that are like, did you bring your axe? Oh.
We each died, then found home.
Okay. Hi, I'm Callista, and I'm back. These guys are rude dudes. They get out of hand real quick. Stop doing this.
At your signal.
Very upsetting. Stop giving things challenger. Do I want to put damage on this now? No. I mean, I could just throw something under the bus and then eat it. I don't really want to. Alright, bye, Callista. Every time I say it sounds like a cell phone vibrating. Sorry, I'm playing on the mobile version of this. Nokia something. I don't know. What's a cell phone that people use? What do you mean Apple?
That egg. Did it move?
That egg. Did it move? Yeah, I got an. It's not me. It's my literal cell phone. I've got people calling me complaining about the stream the entire evening. Answer your phone. It's me, Richard Garfield. It's me, Kevin Riot.
Return to us.
Ooh. I'm back and I'm better. I mean, effectively worse. That's a bunch of fives.
I cannot go.
They block, and then they just pull for that. That's pretty bad. But I do need to start pushing. This can only be blocked by those two. Yeah, sure. Under the bus. I'm going to get them back anyway, so who cares? Besides, I got a vengeance on the way. I can smell it. Oh, I did this thing. Isn't this neat? If you hover over this, notice that I'm attacking for a total of 15 damage. So if I hover this is now showing with the blockers. It's pretty neat. Okay. No. Things are getting out of hand here, Twitch chat. Okay. Do a thing before attacking. And then we can talk. Okay, but not that.
Justice by my hand. Yield or perish.
At least I get the choice.
Justice by my hand.
Smart. So again, because of attack order, right? If something dies, because Callista's all the way on the left here, if something died, then Callista would get buffed up, as they say. I've already had one die.
Please, I have connections.
I don't want to take 10, do I? If I throw this under the bus, then I get one more. Yeah, I get another chance to get one of these things. It's going to make a spider. I can get out a crocodile after this, too. Yeah, I'll make these trades. We'll just get Callista back. It's fine. I have 10 mana to work with. Well, 9 of it spell mana. Spell mana. Hello. I'm back in Pog form. The script says I'm supposed to say I'm back in Poggers form. I refuse to say this. They don't have any cards, which is good. I'm going to kill off their last challenger. I mean, they have one card. Not literally no cards. Oh. Alright, here we go. So many of these voice lines are just, I'm old. It's either I'm old or I'll never get older. Because I'm dying. I kind of want to save this to bomp that. Yeah, get my Callista bigger. Gain some life. I could have played this. It just drains a bunch, but I'm probably playing this, depending on how the block. Although there might also be a block where I do this. It depends. That's the beauty of card games. I checked Dreocenth, whether or not... I checked for Orson Welles. I checked for Marlon Brando. Neither of them are on Cameo. Which, I mean, to be frank, it just sounds like they're throwing money down the drain.
Do not test me.
I'm not. What are you gonna do? Play another thing? You can't. Ooh. This is actually from I got a notification from Slack, and I actually was like, oh no. It's Graham telling me we've been sued by the Brando estate. Okay. Bada 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 bada. I'm waiting for your steal.
I've got just the thing.
Oh, even Grandpa can play. I have a mask for you? Ooh, ahead of the time. Where are you going?
Join the conflagration.
Join the conflagration. They probably got a thing they want to play. What am I doing here? I kind of want to rebuy this. That's going to trade for that. I can throw that to rebuy that. I could play this. I could play her and then buff her. It's probably the plan. So I play like that. And then I'm going to have 6 left, which means I can do this. Sure. kind of want to keep their thing healthy. I want to keep their slots locked primarily. I think at this point. I mean, maybe I could throw down some extra ones, but or are you referring to the? Okay, one at a time, ladies. I can barely hear you. Okay. If I play this, I'm going to play this Zoe just to throw it under the crocodile, maybe. Wait, hold on. But the crocodile, Oh no, it's vulnerable. Oh, I shouldn't have played that because now they can play another unit. I mean, I guess it's fine, but I don't think I don't think extra stuff out is going to be too bad. Like, they are mostly things. They could just play out stuff, but they have to kaboom their things. That's fine. All right, don't. Okay, well. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So again, when I mentioned earlier having the champion spells, right? That's only you get those duplicates if you have redundant versions of them, like Callista in hand and Callista in play. But we are creating Callista copies through other effects, so we're good to go on that. Do I want to play another crocodile? Not really. Seems kind of bad. I can save it to drain them for 2. Oh, yes. Spring Guardian, finally. That's a messed up card. It gives everybody Challenger. Not my rock. Wait, that's not a rock. That's a tiny girl on a phantom swing set. I'm alive. Can I just click square? Can I just skip the block? Heal my crocodile. Yeah, this isn't very good for them. I mean, that was a good draw, right? It gets the Callistas were just going to clean up the game, but like this thing's big. Oh. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. See, this makes for some super awkward gameplay. Because they have to block the croc. Because it's kind of funny. So they also played a large lizard. Renekton, big, that's a extremely thick Wagonese dragon. But take a look at this. Ooh. Ooh. That's an American soda large right there. If you know what I'm talking about. Like 64 gallons of crocodile. But basically, they're at 7, so they gotta block this croc in one way or another. And Kindred is a real pisser, right? All their things have 4 or less toughness, and she has quick attack. So she's gonna kill off whatever. And then when she kills off whatever, it's gonna mark the weakest thing they have. I guess I should have... Well, quick attack's gonna do it before... I should have put Kindred on the right... I mean, they just conceded is what they did. But that's the thing, right? Like, they looked like they were so far ahead. They had a full board, bunch of 5/5s and bigger, Challenger, all that jazz. But we were annoying as hell. And that's the important part. That's the important part. I get a bunch of masteries on all the champions, because the more you play with champions, the more things you get. And then I get to do one little swap. I kind of want to turn this cantrip into, or this pump spell into Warden's Prey. Spear Leech into that. No, that's fine. I can get another Vengeance. Actually, I should probably do that, right? Yeah, this card doesn't really do anything for our deck. I'll take it. Get a little heavy. But it is 5-9, which means that I have to actually close up the stream for now. It was funny. During my break, I told Kiefer, I said, I got to learn my timing better because I just want to keep streaming. Before I do stop, I will show off one quick thing and say the thank yous and all that jazz. Where is the best place to show this? I guess. I guess I could very quickly explain the currency. Again, we covered this in the first video of this, the trial run, the bonus stream that led to it all. God, could you remember the days before Is This Your Card? Oh, how boring and awful. Basically, for any given card, like let's say I want to craft additional copies of Aphelios. The way that I can do that is through wild cards, which I have a bunch. Although I did craft a bunch of champions last night. I can use the premium currency, aka the dollars and cents that you put in, which honestly, if you like this game, it's absolutely worth it. Putting in something. It goes a long way, and it's great. It's definitely, you can definitely just make one ad like lifetime and you're golden. Or you could be like, well, if I pay this much a month for other things, I would definitely do that for this game, but you could chop that in half and still be happy. And then there's shards. So again, if you get redundant copies, so over the maximum of 3 copies of any individual card, it turns into shards or dust. And as you can see, I got 15,000 shards right now. That's pretty cool and good. That's pretty good, if you ask me. And somebody in chat was asking me to read Aphelios's, Onyx Oblivion, Aphelios's card. We don't have time. Because as you can see, this is a champion that is all about having a different weapon. And notice how on every single one of these weapons, it just refers other weapons. So we literally don't have time. We don't have time at all. He's got 5 guns. You don't even need one. Just use like a bat. I assume just a baseball bat would be good for this. But anyways, yeah, that's let's bring it back to the booth. My camera angle has shifted. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the inaugural episode of Is This Your Card? I know it's a little weird for the timing and the exact content of the first episode not being a strictly from the ground up. But again, if you're like, I liked watching Ben do thing, but me not know full card game, you're in luck. There's a VOD over on the YouTube channel that will have the initial bonus stream for Legends of Runeterra, where I go fully into just like learning the game. Like that was when I learned how to play. If you want to watch that. And then for the next 2 weeks that we are going to be focusing on Legends of Runeterra, we're going to be doing more like concrete stuff. Like my plan is playing a bunch of Constructed next week, kind of going over what decks look like for that, the different types of decks. And then for the last week, if it's still available, I'm going to try to enter some of these actual big money qualifiers and see how I'm going. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm going to really enjoy doing this series. I hope y'all liked it. I'm going to be talking to people that I see for any kind of like, hey, what games do you want to see kind of things. I mean, I got a whole bunch. Again, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Hearthstone, we got Pokemon, Gwent, Dragon Ball Z, a lot of stuff that I never thought I would play, but I'm interested in learning. So once again, thanks to all of you. Thanks to everybody that supports the channel and made this possible through, say, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Because of all of you, we're able to do this. If you want to keep, if you want to know when the next stream like this is going to be on, you can look at the schedule at loadingreadyrun.com/live. That's going to have all that logged in for the week of things coming up. Speaking of coming up, tomorrow there is Dice Friends at 5 p.m. for Alien First Law. I don't know much about dice, but I know my friends are good at rolling them. Great, good, smooth. And then at 8 p.m., there's the final Escape from Tarkov stream with Funko and James and special guest Benjamin Wheeler, from what I heard. Unless I've been kicked off. I should double check. But last I heard, I was there. So that's cool and good. You get to watch me shoot some things as well. And then, yeah, there's other stuff moving forward. We can cover it there, but I don't want to go over time too much because then I'll get people yelling at me. So let me go through the subs real quick. Lightning Helix was back for the 19th month. Wolfgang Cloud back for the 82nd month. PK Jester for the 47th month. Mr. Panda Gaming was gifted a sub to Like a Goat. Thank you, Like a Goat. Getter 404 back for the 9th. Scar Red Tiger back for the 53rd month. Garrick Predator Scrubs is back for the 30th. Travelog back for the 45th. Matt Mitchell, 45, back for the 87th. Nombra, back for the 49th. Reba Mac and Cheese, that'll never get old to me, for the 2nd month. Milady Dark, tip, back for the 41st month. Sauce Master 5000, converted their sub. Welcome. Viral Stitch for the 45th. Saturnify for the 3rd. Corwin 256 was gifted, thank you to Like a Goat. Evermist is for the 9th. Jorno Jared back for the 13th. Aw, sheep for the 65th. P Black Coat for the 44th. Mega Rami for 22nd. Holy smokes, King Infernal gifted 5 subs. Mama Mia, here we go again. Cardboard Horde back for the 33rd. E-Block gave 300 bits. Storm Theus gave 50. Iggy Explosion back for the 19th. Junior Roll for the 52nd. E walked away for the 39th. I could do this all day. Jigo Kuro back for the 58th. I got Daily Maple Syrup for the 11th. That's how much I put on my pancakes. 11 months worth of syrup in one day. I got new types of diabetes they haven't even heard of. TCat 13 for the 40th. Jack Slack gave 100 bits. Big thanks to that. Zosa Wolf for the 8th. Maxell Silver for the 31st. This usually isn't how we do it, but I'm already running late. Sir Biffalo Ask back for the 48th. Tranquil Calamity for the 26th. Dice in Box for the 4th. And Xanto69 gave 50 bits to cap it all off. My God. Need the credit roll? Yes. Some stuff. Look, we got the intro. We got the Wheeler. We've got the Mulder. And we have music. And that was more than I thought. I didn't even get to my new glasses that look great. Yeah, I guess you'll just have to tune in next week for that. Anyways, that's going to be it for me and for the first Is This Your Card? And thank you all for watching. And maybe I'll see you next week for more Runeterra. Bye-bye.